Hi, you're watching Sonic Eclectic Presents. I am Seven, and today we have Stephanie Kiah. How you doing, Stephanie?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How are you?
So, you're a visual artist, and you're not originally from New York. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio.
What are you doing in New York right now?
Wow. I'm generally I kind of say I've been kind of a nomad over the last few years. I've lived
Hmm.
in Virginia. I went to school in Virginia. I moved to DC and have been living in DC for the past 2 years and just relocated to Brooklyn, New York. So really, just finding inspiration. I want to live and go different places and just gain inspiration no matter where I go.
That's it. So, how do you go from dreaming, desiring, wanting to be a visual artist to now creating pieces that are being bought by stars and also having movies made about these pieces?
Man, it's a blessing. It's nothing but God, I tell you.
Well, let's show the audience a little bit what we're talking about. The Butler, new movie coming out. Tell the story. How did you end up being commissioned to make this piece?
Okay, so the Butler is based on the life of the Butler for eight sitting presidents in the White House. His name was Eugene Allen. And actually, when I was working at a frame shop in DC, I was blessed enough to meet his son, Charles Allen,
Mm-hmm.
and he commissioned me to do many pieces for him, one of which was the Butler piece that you see. And it he commissioned me to do it, and at first I didn't know. I know he told me that there was a movie coming out about his father, but I didn't know the name of it at first, and I had no idea it was going to be as huge as what it is. I
Right.
didn't know that Oprah and Forrest Whitaker and that it's like an A-list cast and everything. But he commissioned me to do it, and so I did an oil portrait on linen for him, and yeah, he just loves it. And he actually got the clearance from the studio to have the piece named The Butler, which is actually the name of the movie as well. So.
That's awesome. So you're also so you paint.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about the process of you painting. Do you envision something first? Do you kind of go create as you go along? How does that process work for you?
Well, it varies depending on the project. If it's a commission piece that I'm doing for someone, I'll do sketches out and definitely do that. And sometimes when I'm doing works for myself, I'll sketch it out at first, but sometimes I just let it flow. And actually, with some pieces, uh, and this happens a lot, I'll start on a piece months in advance, and the piece will sit there in the corner for a while. Then I'll come back, pick it back up, and add other stuff to it. And sometimes it just comes out beautifully with two
Now, is that
ideas.
how the yarn piece came about?
The yarn piece actually I did when I was in college. It was an assignment for us to scan in different items. That's a digital collage.
Mm-hmm.
So bring in different objects. I scanned the back of one of my palettes. That's where all
Okay.
the paint chips and everything are in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also scanned in balls of twine, and that's how that one came about. But I think the Here Comes the Sun piece, the one with Obama
Mm-hmm.
in it, the sun I actually did months in advance and had a completely different background. And then around the time of the inauguration, I was like, I need to do some Obama pieces. Then I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I could see Obama's face next to this sun. So then I just popped it right in there, and it actually turned out way better than I could have ever expected.
Actually, I'm gonna pull up that piece. I thought it was very, very beautiful. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
So, where do you go from here as far as your visual art?
Ooh, right now I'm looking to well, first of all, since I'm new to Brooklyn and New York, feel my way around the art scene here. But then also, I want to get involved in different art galleries, and I have dreams of one day having a lot of my works featured in museums and stuff. And I mean, really, we'll see. I mean, only God knows. I never thought that I'd be where I'm at right now,
Right.
location wise, career wise. And it's crazy because you could say, Stephanie, you went to school for visual arts.
Right.
Stephanie, all through elementary school and middle school, you were in advanced art classes. What do you mean you never thought you were going to be a visual artist? But no, it's really crazy the way things have turned out, and I just know that this is my calling and this is what I'm meant to do, and I see it inspiring other people as well.
Well, you know what? When it comes to inspiration, with all the obstacles of being an artist, to people don't understand that taking that path is not the easiest choice.
Mm.
Um, what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated to say you can do this?
Whew. Well, through all the blood, sweat, and tears, and yes, it is blood, sweat, and tears. Really, I have the most amazing family, the most amazing support system. It's crazy. Or a lot of people's families would be like, "Oh, you need a stable career," and it's definitely been a point when I wasn't, because there was a point I wasn't as into my artwork um, as I am now, and I was kind of out of it for a while. There was definitely a point where I know some of my family or my mom would be concerned and be like, "Oh, well, we'll just make sure." And I had graduated from college. Make sure you find a stable career. Make sure you get a job with benefits, which was great and cool. But soon after that, I got involved back into my artwork. And I think once my mom saw that I was into my art again and I was making moves and I was selling stuff and people were interested and things were happening, she was completely on board because my mom has always been my biggest fan. And she was the one actually who noticed that I was gifted as a child and has supported me. So my family is just amazing. They keep me going. People who come to me and said they're inspired by what I do keep me going.
Now, for
It's
people that
just
don't have that, is there any secrets you could kind of give towards them with that?
I would say regardless of that, it's all about I can say a lot of prayer to see um, if this path is one for you. You know what I mean? A lot of prayer for a lot of prayer. A lot of prayer. And even I mean, it would sound like, oh, well, she has support. She's set. No. When
No.
I say blood, sweat, and tears, I mean
Well, I tell
tears.
you, when we first met, you had such a joy, in talking about your work and your passion, and I see some of that within this little lemonade stand situation we have. What inspired this particular picture? Hold on, let's see. We can pull that up. Hold on a second. Yeah, you did picture of this little girl. Where did that come from?
That's based off a photograph of my older sister, Laura, when she was younger. And she had just gotten out of the shower. She had her big afro and she was looking, at the camera. And I always loved that picture. I did that probably when I was a freshman, sophomore in college.
Hmm.
And I had always loved that picture. So what I did, she was actually against a white wall.
Hmm.
But a lot of my family, like my grandma and everybody, are from the country. So I wanted to incorporate some real country, down south elements. So I put her on a porch with a blue chair that's getting chipped away, the back wall's getting all chipped away, an old window, and put a big old pitcher of lemonade and a glass right there. So that's the Lemonaide Girl.
Now that picture was bought by somebody famous. Is that
Hmm.
correct?
Yeah, so a print of that picture along with my other piece, Underground Blue, was purchased by Taraji P. Henson.
Okay. Wow.
She purchased that at an inaugural ball earlier this year.
That's amazing. All right. Well, you know what? We definitely want to keep our eyes on you. and I hope that you're able to be a part of Sonic Eclectic's Mixer coming up
Oh,
first
definitely.
Tuesdays of the month. So definitely for everyone, go to the website for more information. Go to the Facebook for more information about that. But let's get your website so people can follow up with you. What's your website?
www.stephaniekiah.com. My last name is Kiah. StephanieKiah.com, and you can check out a lot of different things I have going on, my new pieces as they come out, and also you can sign up there for my email newsletter. I send out regular email newsletters letting people know things that are going on with me. So definitely check me out and just stay tuned on everything I have going on.
Awesome. All right, you heard it. Stephanie, Kiah, thank you so much.
Thank you so
You're
much.
watching Sonic Eclectic Presents only on SCV TV, and have a good one.
Thank you.